Mom, have you talked with Janet?
Oh, of course I have, dear.
Oh, really? Well, what'd she say?
She asked me to fix the lasagna.
Mom, that's not what I'm talking about. Have you talked with her about the way that she treated you and how she just booted you out of the women's group?
Oh, she did nothing of the sort. I'm still a part of the women's group. I'm just not in leadership anymore. I enjoy the extra time.
Mom, that's not true. That's just it. You are in leadership. And those women chose you to be a chairperson for a reason. And then Janet Farley comes along and usurps your authority.
Now, that's not entirely true. She didn't usurp. She is just a go-getter, a very energetic person.
Mom, she is using that group as her social kingdom, and you know it. When you were leading the women's ministry, we did meaningful things. And our programs were centered around practical issues like, being a good wife or raising your children or, learning how to love others and helping the disadvantaged. But Janet's just turned that upside down. You need to talk to her.
Honey, things just have a way of working themselves out.
Yeah, that's what Custer said when I saw those Indians running over the hill. Mom, you need to talk to her.
Well, honey, I wouldn't know what to say. You know I'm not very good at that type of thing. And Janet's doing a fine job.
And that doesn't bother you?
No, of course not.
Okay, what about last week?
Oh, that was just a Freudian slip.
Mom, a Freudian slip is when you're mad at Dad and you mean to say pass the beef, but instead you say pass the beast. That's a Freudian slip. When we were at that stoplight last week and you said, that Janet Farley has just ruined my whole life. I just wish she would shrivel up and die. Mom, that's not a Freudian slip.
You know what I mean. I was just daydreaming and it sort of slipped out.
And can't you see how that's just the tip of the iceberg of what's going on inside? You really need to talk to her.
What would I say? I have no idea what to say.
You know what to say.
No, I don't know what to say, and I told you this doesn't bother me.
What doesn't bother you?
None of this bothers me. You're more upset than anyone.
Mom, what doesn't bother you?
Nothing bothers me.
Well, then what are you going to say?
Nothing. I told you.
Okay, I'm Janet. Pretend that I'm Janet, and you just tell me what you want to say.
Oh, Bria,
tell me
that's
how you're
silly.
feeling. Come on,
Bria,
this is your chance.
Stop.
Claire,
this is silly,
Claire,
Bria.
I'm Janet.
Bria,
Tell me.
Out of my way.
Tell me, Claire. Tell me how you feel.
This is not funny any longer,
Tell me what you think and tell me how you feel.
This is not funny.
Just tell me how
I
you
am
feel.
not a cow. I am not a nobody. You make me feel like some old woman who's lost her balance. All I wanted to do was serve God, and I thought that's what I was doing, but then you come along, and everyone thinks everything you're doing is the most wonderful thing, important, exciting. We could have at least talked. The least you could have done is called me one time to ask for my opinion, but you never called. What was I supposed to do, say no? What was I supposed to be, a wet dish rag to put a damper on everyone else's fun? Old fuddy-duddy. That women's ministry was very important to me, and now you've made me look like some old grandma in the corner talking to myself. I hate you, Janet Farley.
Whoa. That was some Freudian slip. Mom, this is killing you. And maybe not physically, but certainly spiritually. You need to talk to her.